So here's a fun fact that some of you may not know. The Force and Destiny core rulebook in the back of the Adversaries chapter actually has a whole section on how to build a Sith Inquisitor. Welcome to the Tabletop Empire. My name is Nate, and today I'm going to show you how to build an Inquisitor. Now this video is sponsored by RPG Sessions. It is an awesome online game tool for the Genesis and Star Wars narrative dice role-playing systems. With RPG Sessions, you can create an unlimited number of characters, vehicles, and adversaries. You can bring them into a central game experience on the game table where you can roll skill checks, run initiative, and so much more. There's even an integrated Discord bot so you can play games on your own Discord server using powerful inline commands. This is a tool that I've been using myself for the better part of 2023, and it is a fantastic resource. And it's free. So go try it out today at rpgsessions.com. Sith Inquisitors. In the age of the Empire, they are every Force user's worst nightmare. Well, almost the worst nightmare. The Imperial Inquisitorius was founded by the Emperor in the wake of Order 66 in order to hunt down Force users and either convert them to the Dark Order or destroy them. If you are unfamiliar with Sith Inquisitors in the year 2023, I recommend going and watching shows like Rebels, Kenobi, or playing games like Jedi Fallen Order just to kind of see them in action. When utilizing Inquisitors within your games, you will have the options to make the Inquisitors chase your players personally or employ legions of agents to do it for them. Their mere presence showing up should invoke a sense of fear into your players. And the moment that they make an appearance, the players should swiftly feel fear for their arrival. On top of this, the Inquisitor will typically surpass your players in their Force proficiency. Possessing exotic lightsabers and formidable weaponry, they exhibit both cunning and shrewdness. And while they are quite adept in combat, they are not averse to a tactical retreat should the fight not go their way. Should the Inquisitors actually apprehend your players, they will subject them to interrogation, torture, probably imprisonment, and then probably execution, unless they see value in your players and converting them either into Sith Inquisitors or agents of the Empire. Now, because Inquisitors can be any age, species, gender, the books themselves don't actually have any Inquisitors built there for you. Instead, they have a whole section in the Adversaries chapter for how to put together the perfect Inquisitor for your campaign. The book takes you through a 7-step process to build the perfect Inquisitor to match whatever story your players are going through. And the goal should be to create a campaign nemesis that can stand against your entire party by themselves, making them a formidable opponent. Now we're going to get into these 7 steps, but keep in mind that they are general guidelines. The GM is able to change things around if that better fits their needs. And if you want to follow along, you can do so in Force and Destiny on page 419. Step 1 here seems a little bit arbitrary, and that's NPC type. Now NPCs can typically be minions, rivals, and nemesis. If you're confused about any of those, I have a video that you can check out. It's in one of the corners above. But the only option for the Sith Inquisitor is nemesis, which is why this step kind of feels arbitrary. They're a nemesis. Pretty much that just means that they follow the same exact rules as the players. Step 2 will be characteristics, setting up the stats for the brawn, agility, intellect, cunning, willpower, and charisma. Presence. Now Inquisitors use a standard array, so a set of numbers that you can plug into any stat, but only using each number once. The array is 5, 4, 3, 3, 3, and 2. And on screen, I'm going to show just a couple examples of how you could possibly plug these numbers in for your Sith Inquisitor. Step number 3 is wounds and strain. Every Sith Inquisitor is going to have a wound threshold of 20 plus their brawn, as well as a strain threshold of 20 plus their willpower. These will be the final wounds and strain thresholds for the Inquisitor. Step 4 is giving them skills. For combat skills, choose one to have 4 ranks, one to have 3 ranks, and one to have 2 ranks. And then the other 3 combat skills will have 0 ranks. It should look something like this. The Inquisitor will be well educated, so they have 2 ranks in every knowledge skill. For general skills, the GM can give them whatever they see fit. However, if they want some pre-packaged options, you should see a couple there on page 419. Step 5 is talents. Every Sith Inquisitor will have adversary rank 3, and they normally will have a force rating of 3 at the GM's discretion. And then on top of that, the GM can choose up to 2 of the talents listed right there on page 419 and 420. Step 6 is abilities and force powers. Every Sith Inquisitor will have 2 abilities and or force powers, and the GM can choose from the list on pages 420 and 421 for whichever ones they want. And the last and final step is equipment. GMs should equip Inquisitors what are needed for the story. Keep in mind that the Inquisitors have limitless resources because of the Empire, so they have access to pretty much anything they would need. That said, GMs don't over-equip them, like 2 weapons, armor, and then 1 or 2 pieces of equipment that fit into the character. Now you can choose any of the gear from chapter 5, but the book does have a couple recommended items right there in section 7. And then after the equipment, your Inquisitor is done. I have 3 Inquisitors that I've created personally that you can download for free from my Discord server, link down in the description below, and that is if you maybe want to use them for your campaigns or even just get an example of what they maybe look like. I actually will have a video going up on Patreon of me making these characters and kind of explaining it as I go along. So if you want to see that, consider subscribing to Patreon. As usual, if you have any questions at all, leave them down in the comments below. I do my best to answer every single question, and if this video was helpful to you, please do me a favor and blast the like button. If you want to see more Star Wars RPG content, consider subscribing. Thank you to all the Patreon subscribers. You all are amazing, and you're the reason that this channel is able to continue growing and I'm able to keep doing what I do. And thanks for everybody else for watching. I will see you guys in the next one, but until then, and as always, may the Force be with you.